Nikola Tesla's predictions for the 21st century mark him as a visionary. He envisioned a clean environment and healthy food. He also predicted a shift from focusing on politics to focusing on scientific inventions. He idealized about robots. Nikola Tesla held multiple meetings in the 1930s with journalists of notable publications such as Times Magazine and the New York Times. However, Nikola Tesla had a very close relationship with a German journalist known as George Sylvester Varick. George Sylvester Varick served a 5-year jail term from 1942 to 1947. Tesla died in 1943. It is not known if the two were still friends in the 1940s when the government showed so much interest in Varick's activities. Varick's jail sentence was because he failed to disclose in America of his Nazi regime affiliations. He was German-American, lived in Riverside Drive in New York and was a noted Nazi regime-affiliated propagandist. Nikola Tesla held multiple interviews in his Manhattan home, the 20th floor of Governor Clinton Hotel. He talked of his early days as an inventor and his predictions for the 21st century. What made this relationship unique was that Nikola Tesla's relationship with Varick went as far as him dining at Varick's home. While Nikola would entertain journalists in his home, he visited Varick at his home. Nikola Tesla predicted a few things that are happening exactly as he envisioned. Protection of the environment. He talked about a cleaner environment. He said that the pollution from happening on the beaches of the city would be a strange phenomenon soon. 35 years later, the EPA was formed. The Environmental Protection Program in the U.S. is an agency that deals with the cleanliness of the environment. He mentioned that sterilizing drinking water would be the norm. The 21st century would put emphasis on clean water supply. Focus shift from war to scientific inventions. Tesla talked of a shift from political squabbles and supremacy in war to scientific ideas and education. He predicted that in the 21st century, governments would allocate most of their budgets to education and science rather than war. Governments were war-oriented in the 1930s. Health and diet. Tesla developed a strange habit of eating milk and honey only. He lost weight and looked malnourished by the early 1940s. This habit led to the belief that he had no money at the end of his life. He claimed that these foods were the purest forms of natural foods. Although he went overboard with this idea, people are health conscious in the 21st century. The 21st century has had diet evolve to healthier choices. Robots. Tesla baffled people with his automatic boat in an exhibition held at the Madison Square Electrical Exhibition in 1898. He patented his automatic boat in the late 1890s and put it up at the exhibition. His invention looked strange at the time, but Tesla saw automated machines coming in the first century. He said automatons or robots would replace slave labor. He spoke of obtaining solutions by mastering machines and not destroying them. Natural resource management. Tesla predicted cheap energy for harnessing water power and its transmission or piping to avoid the need to burn fuel. He also predicted about systematic reforestation that would greatly reduce forest fires. Nikola Tesla clearly saw the needs of an American in the 21st century. Please subscribe to Financier Pro YouTube channel and podcast.